So here we are, and we are talking today about the snow moon, and the energies are already so high and they're so intense. And with any of the full moons, it is really a time where we can do a lot of cleansing of negative energies, negative emotions, whether they're within us or around us, around our home, around our friends. It's all intentional based. What do you think, Mickey?
I'm very much overwhelmed. I'm really happy to be back. I'm excited about the prospect of seeing everybody from before. And of course, because of what this is, then everything I'm feeling is turned up, you know?
Absolutely.
The emotional aspects are very pronounced. And I'm a big emotional person anyway. So I'm off the chain, Kate.
Yeah,
How are you?
I get it. I am too. Joe will tell you I cry at the drop of a hat. But this
I do.
energy of this moon, I mean, it's so cleansing and it's so, and then there's all of the positive energies that it's bringing. So it not only cleanses negative energies away, it adds the positive energies to us. We just have to allow them in. And
Yes.
yeah. Now, this is a good time for everybody. And we use the full moon because it's a good remembering place.
Yes.
We put our crystals in the full moon and it cleanses them and brings them back to a good positive starting place. I mean, I love the work with our crystals, and it works with our persons too. And the height of this is just it is right now. Full moon actually in Eastern time was at 1:30. So that's why I chose this time. I won't always
Right.
be able to do it when the full moon is at its peak, but you
Right.
can start these meditations about 2 days before to 2 days after. So there's really a
Yes.
5-day window that you can work with the full moon energies.
Well,
Um,
I have a question to throw out there, and then we can all think about it while we get to a space in the show where you want to handle it. But just to mull it over, there is some question about which is more powerful, the full moon, which so many people celebrate, the full moon this and the full moon that,
mhm.
versus the new moon. So there are two schools of thought, and I will be very interested to hear what your thoughts are on that. But just,
Yeah.
like they
Well,
say in the cartoon, I'll just put this right here. I'll just
yeah.
leave this right here.
Now, for me, the new moon is the time to be quiet and to set your intentions for the next cycle. Here we are in the full moon receiving those blessings. We're
Yeah.
receiving them. So this is a time to receive and to clear that negative energy. And then we've got the 2 weeks out where then again, we start that cycle over again of setting our intentions for what we want to happen. So it's almost like the planting of the seeds and the harvest, but in a 2-week period instead of
Yes.
several months.
Well, I really appreciate that because so many people, and especially my fellow woo woos, they think of it and speak of it as okay, it's the full moon. Now everybody can come and do whatever, you can come and put all the things out there that you want. And now's the time, and you're going to have what you put out there. But it's like you said, this is the time of harvest. This
It
isn't when you
is.
plant the seed.
Yes.
So if someone has an intention that they really want to fuel, quote unquote, you don't do that on the full, you do that on the
On the
new.
new, yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
we'll be here on the new moon too. I am hoping
Thank you.
that we're going to do this every full and new moon. And there might be other things in between, but I'm gonna put it out there now that we're gonna try to do that. Now, we won't always be able to do it exactly at the full moon. I think the next new moon is like at 2:30 in the morning or something, which might work for Mickey, but it'll be really hard for
Yeah.
me. And then the good thing is these are all archived and you can watch them whenever you want. So for the next 2 days, you could do the meditation
Yes.
again,
Yes.
so that works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I suggest that they do because um, especially if this is a new thing to you. It takes a little while for your psyche to kind of catch up with the seriousness of what you're doing. And when you first begin to do it, there's a little bit of, I'm going to do this. Well, ha, ha, ha. But actually, it's very serious. And it has a profound power once you really do cut into it. You know, when you get used to doing this full moon meditation, I know you agree with me. It's very powerful, isn't it?
It is extremely powerful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to ask all the people that are on. So there's 4 people watching. Now, it could be if you could just give us a little wave or a hi or hello or whatever, just so we know who is on. And like I said, this is all going to be archived. So if you watch it later on, just do a hashtag replay so that we know that you're watching it after it's been live. I wanted to tell people a little bit about how the full moon meditations came to me. Hi, Marianne. Glad to see you here. Brittany, hi. Oh, she's one of my students and she's been with me like since I learned Reiki. She's been one of my very first people that I got to know, and she's living down in North Carolina now. So happy to see you here. Gabriella, she is a girl that I was in Egypt with. So I'm newly back from Egypt. I've been back about 2 weeks. So this is one of my Egypt finds. I wore this for my Egypt girls.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So hi, everybody. I'm so happy you're all here.
I can't see Facebook. You know, I
You
don't know
can't?
why. Mm-mm.
Oh,
I see
well,
the notification that it's on, you know, that there's going to be something, but I'm not seeing the actual comments as they come in. So,
if you go, just go to the Facebook group page and it should be live on there, and the comments are to the right.
okay.
Yeah. And there is a little lag there. So that's why I had to turn the sound off
Okay.
on Facebook. Yes. So I have that hidden because there's almost a minute delay between when you and I are talking and when they're commenting. So, and that's very distracting for me. So we're getting used to all of this going live business. So I'm so happy that you guys are here doing our very first one with us, and you get to help us iron out all the little goofy things.
But if we iron out the goofy things, none of us will be here.
It won't be any fun then. So anyway, I wanted to tell you where full moon came to me. So when I first learned Reiki, my teacher, Judy Snyder, which I hope she gets to see this, I love her. She used to do full moon meditation. Now this was back in 2000. Gosh, when was this? That was a long time ago. So it was prior to 2012. So it was maybe 2010, 9 or 10, somewhere in that area anyway. The Mayans came up with a meditation to help calm the fears of their calendar ending in 2012. And the meditation involves going to sacred sites, and it involves spreading a lot of love and then receiving the energies from that sacred site. Ho'oponopono was a part of that. So as I said before, the full moon is about releasing negative energies, but it's also about self-care, self-love. And Ho'oponopono is, you know, it's like, I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. So, and when you're saying that, you're saying it to yourself or your inner child. So you are appreciating you, your higher self, your all of you. And so that's where the meditation originated with me. I'm not going to follow that exact same format. As a matter of fact, I have not written anything. I want to do this, what Spirit is bringing to me at the time that it's coming through. So, what else? What else did I want to say about this full moon? The energies of the full moon are extremely positive, and the energy is very heightened emotionally, and that is what's helping to cleanse and clear all that negativity away.
Mhm.
So, and if you watch the news, there's negativity. If you live in a town, there's negativity. So we just want to spread that love. We just want to feel that.
I think it's very important to explore getting control of these kinds of energies. And indeed, I'm really saying get on top of one's emotions, because since the emotions are such fuel for all of the intentions and stuff, then to be really on top of them and not have them control you is a major, major, major advantage in this area of life. And the whole spiritual quest, it's all about being in control of whatever power you learn about. You know, it's fine that they say, and you got this and this and this available, but if you have no control over it, it doesn't serve you well. So I'm particularly appreciative of this kind of research that you're providing, because we all of us, from the most learned to the brand newest, need to stay on top of what are we thinking, what are we intending, because it all goes out as an order to the supply room. And whether you're aware you sent the order or not, the stuff is going to arrive that you ordered.
Exactly. And I do tell people, I said, one of the hardest things is when you aren't feeling well,
Yeah,
to not put that out there to the universe, because you will receive more not feeling well.
yeah,
And it's hard to say, oh, I'm in great health, if you're really not, if you're in pain or whatever might be going on. But it is so important not to put what you don't want out into the universe, and you clear those things, and then you
yeah.
bring in the positivity, the love, the gratitude, and have gratitude for what does come to your life. The universe pays attention to that.
Yes, it does. It
Mhm. Mhm.
always does. That's the thing, is that whether you're intending to or not, it's going to happen like that.
It is.
So the more we do pay attention to what we're sticking out there, then the better control we'll have. But now no one's going to have control 24/7. So you also have to learn, well, what do I do after I messed up and did such and such or said such and such? And you can kind of cancel and get
Yeah.
back on track.
Yep, we have the same teacher. Cancel, and then put out
It
those good
became a
energies.
mantra at one point. Every
It
other word was, say what you need to say and then cancel, and then say what you.
Absolutely. And sometimes you really have to think hard about how to word things, but words are very important. How we phrase things. And there's always a positive way to phrase something, but we are so accustomed to phrasing it in a
Exactly.
negative light. So it is really just paying attention to what you're saying and what you're thinking, your thoughts. Your thoughts become what you're going to receive. Your thoughts become reality.
Yeah.
Always thoughts come
What a point.
first. And as our good friend Marco says, God always says yes. So
Right.
if you're saying, God, I'm so sick, well, God always says yes.
Okay. Coming
So,
right up.
okay, exactly. So, be careful and phrase things in the best positive light that you can. And if you have to, that word cancel works.
Well, it does become a little bit frustrating because we've only had this one way of learning how to speak it, you know. And once we were reminded that, well, remember that famous seminar where Marco opened with the words, "What would you do if I told you that every thought you thought would manifest instantly?" And that was my wake up call. I mean, I'd heard this stuff before, but honey, when he put it like that, I was like, oops,
And it's true.
start
And
really catching yourself. So
yes,
I can say, well, I am God, or I am good, I am doing well, somewhere among all of my probable selves, there are a majority of us doing very well, and they're going to send me steps of how to clean up what I'm going through. So I'm not telling a porky and I'm not making up pie in the sky. I'm saying I am doing well. I haven't localized it as well as I'd like to, but I do know it exists. I do know that I am who I am in a lot of different strengths. You know, there's the
Yeah.
pure me and the diluted and the convoluted or whatever, but that's that hard road to walk about changing how you intend, changing how you speak, so that yeah, I say off from what you would think my reality, but I know it's my reality in a way, and I've got to find my way back to seeing it that way. So that's my dilemma. I don't know how anybody else handles it, but I have to be real about what I'm going on, especially if I'm going to describe what I'm going through to it or whatever. But I can say, it seems that I'm feeling this and this, but I want to get back to blah blah blah. Can you
Mhm.
help me with that? So
Yeah. It can be very challenging, and that's
yeah,
okay. We love challenges and we can prevail.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
We all have that ability. And is there any questions about anything that Mickey and I have been talking about from the group? And feel free, if you have questions, just pop it in there. Now, I'm kind of getting ready. I'm feeling like the meditation is, on its way here. It's being delivered as I'm trying to speak here. I'm not seeing any questions. Is there anything you'd like to add, Mickey?
No, I'm just really looking forward to the meditation. I know that it's such a big part of it. And until you actually expend everything else we're saying is not going to hit as well as it would if you realize what it felt like.
Yeah.
It changes things, even a little bit. So if you try a little tiny bit at first, the better you at doing it, the better the effects become. You know,
Mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm.
very stuffed up right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and practice makes perfect. It's
Yeah,
true. The more
yeah.
you meditate, like I said, when I first started this, I learned Reiki, and there were some meditations involved in that. And then I went to this full moon meditation that was in a group, and it was so powerful. We were probably 15 women sitting in a circle,
Mm.
and it was just it felt to me like one of the most beautiful meditations that I'd ever experienced, because I was with people that had the same kind of mindset I had, and they were putting out such beautiful energies. And I, so many of those women I'm still friends with. I mean, it was lovely. And then each one I went to got stronger and stronger. And eventually my teacher stopped doing them. I then picked them up. So I did them right through 2012. And then nobody wanted to stop. So then I started making up my own for after the Mayan calendar, the new one that started. And the people that set them up, this happened around the world. Like, people really, really love this so much. And I haven't done it now for probably maybe 3.5 years. And I'm like, it's time to get back into this. Spirit has been really chattering in my ear about, you have a lot of knowledge. It's not to keep to yourself. We want you to spread what you know, help people, but meet them where they are. So full moon meditation, new moon meditation it's a simple meditation because it's completely guided. I
Yes.
might give you a little bit of time, but there isn't a lot of alone time. So your mind really won't wander. If you can just, listen to my voice, and you should be okay.
Good.
I think we're
We're
ready.
we're in good hands.
I think we're And all anybody has to do is just be very comfortable. Now, You can lay down on the floor or on a couch or sit in a chair, but make sure your head is supported. Mine won't be, but make sure your head is supported so it doesn't bob. And just close your eyes and just listen to the sound of my voice. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in and out, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again. Good. And I want you to relax. Relax as much as you can. Relax your scalp, your eyes, your lips, your jaw. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Just let your shoulders slide down, your shoulder blades slide down your back. Relax your arms and your hands. Relax your chest, your belly, your back. Relax your hips, your thighs, your calves, and your feet. Completely relax. Now, I would like for you to imagine the beautiful full moon, the bright, shimmering light coming in through your crown, down through your third eye, and your throat, into your heart, filling your heart space. Now remember, this full moon light is very cleansing of anything negative. Negative energies, negative memories, negative emotions. It is clearing them away, and that light keeps traveling down through your solar plexus and your sacral and your root chakra. And it keeps running all the way down to the soles of your feet, down to Mother Earth. The connection between the moon and the earth is so significant. Feel that moon just bathing you and your aura, and the room that you're sitting in, and the home or the building that you're in. The moon is just cleansing anything negative away. Let those energies flow out your feet. The earth takes them and transmutes them into a positive energy. And now feel the moon bringing in such positivity, such love and appreciation. Grandmother Moon loves you, smiles at you, and she really wants you to love yourself, to have compassion for yourself, to have such kindness for yourself. Feel that love, that wisdom coming down through your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart. Fill that heart space with all that love. To your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. We don't have to send this energy down to the earth. Just keep it within yourself. Keep it in your aura. Keep it in your home. Surround yourself with this love. Now, I would like for you to really think about going down, down, down into your heart space. Into that heart space. Feel the warmth and the love that has been put there by you and by the full moon. Now I would like for you to imagine sending this love that you have out to each one of us, pushing this love from your heart space out to Mickey and Gabriella and Marianne and Brittany and Joe and everyone else that is watching or will be watching. Always remembering to bring this love back to yourself first. Fill your heart with love from the full moon, from the universe. It is unlimited. And then send it out to the people around you. Now you can expand the circle and send it out to your family and friends. Send this love out to your neighborhood. Push this love out to your city, your state. Again, making sure you are replenishing all of the love and compassion and joy into your heart. You want to be a full glass. Never, never half full, always full. It's only the excess that you push out to your country and to the world. Sending these ripples of love, compassion, joy, acceptance, kindness to all beings, animals, plants, insects, birds, fish, all living things on the earth, even our friends, the crystals. Send the love out in your own way. Visualize it in your own way. It could feel like ripples in a pond, or it could feel like the sine waves. It could just be like radar, sonar, however you envision it. It could be with colors. But always feel this beautiful silvery light filling your crown, coming through your third eye, your throat, into your heart space. Filling that heart space. Now you can repeat after me every day. In every way, I am getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. I am unique. I am the only person on this world like me. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am love. And please use whatever words that you feel like, but I am, and what you feel. Repeat again after me. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. Self-love, self-compassion. And we didn't speak much about self-forgiveness. But forgive yourself and be kind to yourself. Whatever has happened in the past is in the past. From this day forward, we love, We forgive ourselves. We do the very best that we can. And with the help of Grandmother Moon and Mother Earth, we're going to be okay. Now I'd like to give you a little bit of time to reflect and to have the experiences that are very specific to you. So I'll give us a few minutes. And if you need to go deeper, just take a deep breath in and out. And every time you take a deep breath in and out, you do go deeper and deeper. And now you have been sending out so much love and attention to all beings on the earth. Receive from the earth. And that energy comes up through the soles of your feet, up through your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart space, your throat, your third eye, your crown. Just drink in the beautiful energy of Mother Earth. And then still allow the energy of Grandmother Moon, and this one is the snow moon, to pour down through your crown, filling all of you. And these energies really meet and mingle in your heart space. The beautiful grounding energies of Mother Earth and the wisdom and the positivity of Grandmother Moon. And allow those energies to swirl around in your heart space, feeling the love from both ends. The love of the earth, she keeps us alive. The love of Grandmother Moon, she's so important. Feel these beautiful energies just swirling and mixing. And know that you can come back to this space anytime you like, especially the 2 days before full moon and the 2 days after, and of course on the full moon like we're doing right now. So I want you to feel and experience these beautiful energies that are resetting each one of us and that are supporting us by giving us love, by cleansing negativity away, and by instilling us the positivity, the love, the support, the compassion to move forward in a positive way. Now I'd like for us to take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. Oh, and wiggle your fingers and stretch and wiggle your toes. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes and come back to this space. And it might take a little bit, to come back. We were pretty deep. That was very if anyone that's on Facebook would like to comment, would like to ask any questions, if you would like to share, sharing is important. This was a very right-brained activity. By sharing, we kind of tell our left brain what just happened. For me, like when those energies were swirling in my heart space, it was like this blue, like bright blue, and then this silvery white, and they just kind of swirled around. And oh God, it just was, it was so peaceful and so loving having those both energies come together. Marianne, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. So happy. How are you, Mickey?
I'm fine. I just kind of stayed mellowed in it a bit, wallowed in it for a little bit, but it's so relaxing. I needed it very much.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure I will play it again because it reached some depths that I hadn't previously explored, and I loved it.
Oh.
I was really deeply relaxed. That was nice. And yet I could hear you and
Mm-hmm.
understand what you were saying, but myself was off doing stuff, you know,
I
fixing
love
stuff,
it.
running up and down saying, yes, finally, whatever.
Nice. Nice.
That was so lovely.
I'm so glad. I'm so
Well,
glad you enjoyed it.
you have a gift, honey.
Well, that, Miss Judy, she started it. And thank God the Mayans gave us this. And, parts of it were Ho'oponopono came from Dr. Hugh Lin. And there was some Bert Goldman in there.
Little
Um,
Silva.
Little Silva, there was a lot of mixes there. Hi, Carol. Carol said it was very relaxed and positive. I'm so happy it was relaxing for you. Brittany. Brittany says, I loved it. Missed your voice led meditations. Today was a nice reset. I'm so happy, Brittany. And that's how I feel. When I was in Egypt, I felt like I was coming back to reset me and the people around me. Yeah. Joe, she says, I needed this. And I'm so happy, Joe. I hope that this, really did help people. And I do plan on doing this at least twice a month,
Yes.
Of course, in August, we have a blue moon. So we'll be doing it 3 times.
Right.
I love that.
Which is quite apropos. The 1, 2, 3. I'm always in favor of the threes. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that it's in my month of Leo. That's my favorite month. Yeah, sunshine. So I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Mickey, for being here, for being my support team. I love that. I did put it out there that if people would like to join Mickey and I, it is by the Zoom part of it is by invitation, because I learned that you can't just leave it open because you get some, weird things. And we really want the meditations to go easy and pretty smooth. The beginning of this was a little bit bumpy. Hopefully next time will work a little easier.
People in banana suits that I blame. Anyway, that's my story.
Well, I just set this group up Friday, and so there was a place on there that said live videos, and it was turned off. So I had to turn that. That was the glitch. It said I was missing permission, so I had to go in there and I had to find that and then turn it back on, and then it did allow me to do this. So I think we'll be all set for next week. I think. Oh, how does the sound? Was the sound good for everybody? I know you said it was okay for you, Mickey. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to sign off. We've been on for, about an hour. Oh, it's been an hour. It's 2:18. And I appreciate everyone that came on. Oh, Joe said sound was great. Good, 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 good. I did find out I had to wear the headset because if not, I was getting a sound loop happening. So I have to get a good earphones.
Mhm. Well,
Okay.
I really enjoyed this, and it's so good to see everybody back, Joe
It
and so forth. And this feels like old home week. It
it
does.
does.
We
It
got the
does.
cat back.
Yeah, yeah. No, I am so happy to be back doing this again, and it will get smoother the more we do it. And if there are any topics that people would like to hear about, I've already had somebody that wants to be a guest speaker and talk about her retreats and what she has to offer. And she is Dr. Katia, and she is the one that took us to Egypt. She's got a lot of good programming out there, and she's planning some more adventures in Egypt. So she's somebody that's already reached out, and she'd like to be a special guest speaker on this platform. So we'll work on a date and a time that works, and we'll get that out there. But if there's anything that anybody wants to hear about, I will find people that have knowledge about the topic. Mickey is an astrologer and loves doing that kind of work.
Yeah.
I would like to ask our friend Marco to join us, and Marco does. I mean, he's an author and he does tarot, and he's kind of he kind of pushed me a little bit to try to do some of this. So I'm very appreciative of him, and maybe someday we can get Judy on to talk about Reiki and how things came about for her. Everybody has their story, and I would so love to give people a chance to tell their story and to be heard. And that is so important too. So I thank everybody.
The connection after life. The moon is a very big deal. So,
Yeah.
you know, and so this is so apropos for mixing the two and understanding the two. Each thing helps you understand the other one better. So I look forward to exploring a little more about the connection that you can make by using your moon meditations coupled with what's going on in your chart. So one of these times I will do the chart for the heavens, just the general what's in the sky right now, just as we do the meditation, and see what in this time of the meditation is corresponding to what's in the sky.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it, the cast of thousands that's behind, singing a chorus behind what's going on right now.
Yeah.
It'll help us use it well. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And if anybody that's on has any special skills that you want to share, let me know. Let me know, and we will try to get you on. It's like Brittany, she's an accountant. I love Brittany. Brittany's mind is numbers and getting everything in order, and mine is a
That's
lot like that.
magic indeed. Yeah.
And Brittany is the most beautiful American Indian flute player I have ever heard. I mean, she plays like an angel. She just typed that, flutist too. So yes.
That is a particular special love of mine. I wait to hear that.
Well, she is lovely. For anybody that For anyone that took my Reiki classes on my healinglearningcenter.com site, the meditations for grounding, clearing your aura, and the Reiki, self Reiki, Brittany is playing the flute behind me. That is Brittany. So she was just, and her and I, we worked so hard recording those. And that was back in the day when we didn't know what we were doing, but she played like an angel. So thank you so much, Brittany. Oh, don't be blushing. You're good. And I love it that these people that have been in my life for so long, and some of you are newly in my life, and I love all you too, but it's really nice to bring some of that old energy back into the now, because the now is what's the most important, always.
I just think you get millions of them.
We do every moment. With every new breath, we have a new now. Yeah. I love you all. All right. Are we ready to say goodbye, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.
This was great.
It was wonderful. Thank you so much.